the two leaders detained a duplex meet following a hospitable right for the Polar Korean lead, that turned on a mob of exultant family bouncing up and downward and flapping China flags. At their tertiary meet in Eslot months, XI lavished commend on the junior man for his processing of the U.S. meet, onto China country print video surveillance system. XI told he was really happy both of in the results of Kim's Singapore negotiations as Polar Korea's next purpose of economical growth. Onto country print, the two men coordinated they requested to future intensify the already close bonds among Pyongyang and Beijing in the months front. Following their negotiations, the two leaders later united their wives for a feast posted in Kim's honor. China's Overseas Ministry had announced Kim's trip to the China Equity over on Tuesday but hadn't stipulated any detailed information of his plan or while he would encounter XI. Kim trying to normalize picture. Analysts had been waiting Kim to trip China to short XI next the meet in trump card, the at first among a Polar Korean lead and serving U.S. CEO. Geng Shuang, a representative in China's Overseas Ministry, affirmed the trip at a news story meeting Tuesday several hours following it was announced on China Country Print. We expect the trip will assist future intensify duplex bonds, reinforce strategy, communicating on main issues among the two sides, and contribute world and sustainability in the area, Geng told. It is uncommon for country print of each Beijing or Pyongyang to declare a travel by Polar Korea's lead front of period or as it is event. Kim's some trips to China the year were show following the visits were finished. By declaring the trip as it is event, Kim is trying to normalize the way he is examined by the world society, told Evans Honor, a elder CEO in the Albright Stonebridge team and ex-aide Secretariat of Country for East Asiatic and Silent Sphere at the Country Division. A police force escorted convoy was spotty on Beijing's Chang'an Prospect, that rest history Tiananmen box and close the large room of the human beings. It yet hasn't been affirmed how Kim arriving in the nation, if by railing or by aircraft. On his March trip, Kim took his household's armored boat train to the China Equity. Polar Korean Country Print displayed pictures of Kim within the luxury boat train car done renowned by his dad, who was according to reports frightened of flyer. Kim flew for his other meet in XI in Dalian. Story-making summit conference. The declaration represents a noted changing of the saber jarring in 2017, while Trump card and Kim sold insults and boasted on the amount of their nuke button. Time several observers lauded their meet as a move in the direction world, other told the spelled treaty was too obscure and evasive to be deliberate a overseas policy win for Washington. Trump card as well hinted how he ultimately wants U.S. military on the Korean peninsula to back household, but told how's not portion of the equalization order currently. I expect it will be ultimately. Such announcements emerging to be piece of music to Beijing's ears, analysts told, as China has length desired a reducing in the U.S. war presence so shut to its boundary. China is nearly surely really happy in the reality how the U.S. and the ROC, Republic of Korea, Southward Korea's formal behalf, include coordinated to halt main duplex exercises. That has been a long time China purpose, told Honor. The trip may be China's way of proverb appreciate thou to Kim Jong-un for receive CEO Trump card to do the main session. Beijing had previous named for a freeze over treaty whereby Polar Korea would stop its nuke program in back for the U.S. suspensive war drills how Pyongyang has length deliberate experience for warfare. Polar Korea and the U.S. initially discarded the suggestion. Honor and some expert wait how XI and Kim will talk the Punisher sanctions regime imposed on Polar Korea by the Joint Nations Safety Justice for 2017, a key portion of Trump card's maximal blood pressure politics to get Polar Korea to accept to put its nuke arms and ballistics rocket technology on the negotiations spreadsheet. China hinted following the summit conference how sanctions regime could be regulated, although the Trump card authority has kept they will stay in location before the nuke question is solved.